Hey guys, welcome to episode whatever it is of 4-Player Anime Cast.
Good start.
Alright, shut the fuck up, it's episode 37. Anyways, again, happy to have you join us. I'm your host, as usual, Spire. Here's Near, the Canadian. I
Yeah.
needed to suffix that, yeah, okay. Here he is. Where's Toast? Toast, are you here?
No.
Okay. And a special guest with us today, a returnee, Dark Soul.
Hi.
Yeah,
First off, let me say,
yeah, what?
where's Kenton?
Yeah, okay, so I was gonna go over that. So Kenton unfortunately has some issues with his family and various other things that has come up. So
He's busy.
he'll,
That's it.
yeah, so he'll be taking a hiatus. And again, please wish him the best of luck in whatever he's doing at the moment. Working with the site and doing everything for you guys, providing content. Helping out with the live recordings. So that's that. So that's just the update on Kenton again. Please wish him the best of luck as we have. But enough with the sadder news. What have you guys been up to in the past couple of weeks? Near?
It's always me.
Can you shut the fuck up and just go? Oh my god.
Actually,
Such
what about our
fuck
guest?
language.
Apparently,
We'll go.
why don't you
to.
introduce yourself, guest? My
I
God,
did.
Spire.
Wait, he's a returnee. I did introduce the
You didn't
guest.
even let him say his name. Calm down, damn.
I
What?
said he was Dark Soul.
Yeah, talking about?
Wow, I'm not paying attention. Whatever.
Clearly.
That's your own fault.
I'm eating pizza. Leave me alone.
Jesus Christ, dude. Well, I haven't been really like too on the ball and keeping up with a lot of the stuff that I picked up.
Okay.
Cause this season's like really busy for me. It's like one of the busiest seasons I've had in the past like 2 years maybe.
In terms of just trying to
In terms
handle
of just like how many shows I'm watching.
yeah, and also like other stuff or like manga, light novels, whatever. Well, you don't read. You don't read, so fuck
I
you.
don't
But,
read, dude.
oh my god, you fucking illiterate.
I have
piece
I have
of
been trying to
shit.
get into more manga though, but I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
gonna talk about that today. Um, I did watch 3 episodes of Dagashikashi finally.
Yep.
Which is,
Oh my god, wait. Sorry, give me a second. So, just as you were saying that, I was reading this piece of news, and we're not gonna cover it in the news section, but it says Dagashi Kashi's manga print number doubles in 3 months. Holy shit,
I wonder why.
dude! This is the Attack on Titan effect. It's like once some anime goes viral or whatever, it's like I guess it's the point of anime, right? Nowadays,
well,
to use
yeah, it's marketing,
social,
right?
yeah, but it's like it doubled in 3 months. Holy shit! Okay,
But it's not horrible.
so it is not bad.
But yeah, Dagashikashi's pretty good, dude. It's like super funny. I don't know what else there is to say about Dagashikashi, but
Who's your favorite?
Hotaru,
Like,
obviously.
they're like three people. So
Oh, there's 4. No, there's 5, but she appears later.
yeah, okay. Well, there are three major characters. So
But yeah, I've also picked up this really weird series called Casshern's Sins, which aired in 2012. It was done by the saviors of anime, Madhouse, and
One Punch Man saves anime.
yeah, one point, yeah, but it's really weird because it's a quote unquote action series, but the pacing in it is like slower than a fucking snail. Um,
well, I mean that happens.
yeah. So Casshern's Sins is a grim and gritty reboot of a 70s like uh weird like I guess, sort of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like an animated Power Rangers kind of thing.
Sentai?
Yeah, Sentai, like an old '70s Sentai series, called like Neo Human Kashan,
Okay.
and
Yeah, Casson. Casson.
yeah, and it's your stereotypical like gritty reboot of a corny series, but I feel like this one kind of works and kind of doesn't because again, it's slower than a fucking snail, but at the same time, it's like it incorporates like stuff that's from the old one into the new, so it's pretty cool. But
Okay.
um, I don't know. It tries to like be all philosophical and stuff, but it's not really very good at it. And then it like does the action stuff, but at the same time, it's not. It's not what the action isn't what you'd expect from like current day Madhouse. It's not as flashy, but it's still pretty cool.
I mean, that could also be just a change in graphics style over the past half decade.
Probably, but
Yeah.
it's
Chris is calling you out, dude.
Wait, half decade?
Just see, guys.
Oh, half decade. I thought you said like half century.
You should have seen it when you were a fetus.
yeah. I mean,
Well, Nier's like
I'm-
what, 16? Leave him alone.
He's
Yeah.
like -1, dude. Come
wow.
on now.
Okay. Yes, I'm just seeing Catherine Sins because it was recommended to me. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
Dude, you
Brian.
should- I'm sorry.
Hey,
dude.
Nier, if we're talking anime recommendations, have you seen this one thing called Evangelion? Pretty
I don't
good.
know, man. What is Evangelion, Toast? I don't
Sorry,
think
we're-
I've
I don't know.
ever heard of
I-
that.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I haven't
I
heard
think
of it
I think
either.
it's about some sort of
Some
psychological horror or something.
Yeah.
I know it involves some crying dude, some white chick and some like ginger, and then there's like this dude with glasses.
He whines a
and,
lot.
and
Like,
and some hot military chick with a penguin. I don't know.
oh my god.
But yeah, Catherine Sins is really weird because it's got this dark and gritty art style, but at the same time, it's still like '70s character designs, right? Because obviously they're characters from this '70s series.
Right.
Even if they are like somewhat redesigned to be more quote unquote modern, they're still like, you know, '70s Sentai Ranger people. But at the same time, all the fight choreography and stuff feels very like '90s sort of. Like it's not really what you'd see from like a modern day.
So these sort of like it's like kind of like how do I say it? It's like very like there's a lot of like things like sliding into motion, light flashes, kind of. That
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And it's a lot like it's not as like flashy. It's not as fast paced. It's more like you know, the good guy and the bad guy kind of like trading monologues or whatever as they kind of like trade blows every once in a while. But it's not like, you know, it's not like One Punch Man where there's huge explosions going on and people are fucking screaming their heads off. And
Yeah, and there's like a brief pause before like the
Yeah,
explosion covers like the earth or whatever.
yeah, it's very like very '90s like fight choreography, and it's really cool. And the series itself is like really cool, but it's just like, especially starting off, it's like so slow. Like
Okay.
there's
How many episodes would you say it takes until it starts kind of really going through this sort of mystery slash plot?
I mean it kind of like hits you with the quote unquote mystery stuff into like episode 2, because it's like it sets up with the main character killed some magic robot lady, and now all the robots on the planet are like slowly dying due to this thing called the ruin, which like rusts them until they die, because like the whole planet is populated by robots or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what is the ruin, and why did the main protagonist kill this magic like healer lady? Because he has amnesia.
Magic healer lady.
He has convenient amnesia as to why he did it.
Oh well, yeah, that's nice.
The best trope, you know.
The best motivator, right? Okay.
And I like just like maybe an hour ago got to the episode where he finds out quote unquote why he did it, but it's not it's still not explained as to like what this ruin thing is and how exactly he's going to stop it or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
it's pretty cool, but it's like again, it's super slow and it takes a good I'd say 5 episodes to really like get going, or at least it took up to like episode 5 to really like pull me in and be like, wow, this shit's pretty cool. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a cool
All right.
series.
So we'll get to more a bit more of Takashi Kashi and that series a bit later. But as for the others, what about you, Toast? What have you been seeing other than Gattaca and PSO2, which I think we did cover in the
No, you
last episode.
didn't. What you talked about it was like the intro, man. A lot has happened since then.
All right, you can give us a bit of an update on PSO2 later. But
Update. Here, I'll do it right now. Update.
all
The
right,
PS. I was
we
completely
were right.
correct.
Yep.
No. Specifically, I was correct in what
All right, you were
the
correct.
PS3 anime was
All
gonna be.
right, all right.
I
I
told
did
you,
not
man.
find. Okay.
I told you, man.
All right, all
I
right.
told you, Earth was, or I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, but I talked about this with Nier and Dark Soul,
Mhm.
like a
Yeah, you
couple
talked
times.
about it with me, and it's complete speculation, dude.
You
Yeah,
also
man.
gave us 30 different scenarios, and
No,
Wait, really? All right, you're getting, you're getting fucking exposed right here, Toast. Like,
All right. My main one that I said was that
Your main one, okay.
The Earth, like in the anime and in PSO2, like the game is fake. It's like a
Alright.
fake simulation and whatnot, and like the real arcs in the game and whatnot is like real life. I was totally half correct with that.
Okay.
Instead, it's
correct.
instead, it's a different dimension. It's all like
dimension.
yeah, it's something like I don't know. This is about the game. It's not about the anime. Well, you know what? Basically, what episode or so far PSO2 like the anime has been like has been like a PSA on MMO etiquette because like the episode 3 last week was all like, oh, you shouldn't use your real name online, idiot, because you'll get doxxed by trolls and whatnot. Because the main character used his real name online, and he's kind of an idiot. And then later on, he meets up with this troll on the internet in the game, we're making fun of him and whatnot. But then and then he was all like, "Hey," the main character's like, "Hey, I know you in real life." Then he said his name out loud in real life.
So it's like, so is it? So I haven't kept up to date with the PSO2 anime, but
You're not supposed to do that, man. You don't expose someone's private information on the internet.
so
Not
is it?
cool, bro.
So is it? Does it look like it's going more into sort of this whole mystery about the other dimension or whatever, this overarching plot, or does it look like it's more kind of doing the it's setting that aside and going more into the
Well,
everything?
that's what
Mixture.
the latest episode is starting on. Like episode 4, the main character and the student council president, they're going on a date to see the Arcs dance festival.
Okay.
And he invites he invites his game friends with him, and whatnot. But then, like later on, there's this mysterious chick who shows up, and she's got a weapon. Like I forgot what kind of weapon it was. Dark, do you remember?
a weapon? Doesn't wait, she's
Yeah,
got a baton, doesn't
yeah,
she?
man. Yeah, she pulls out her tack, and she's all like, "I leave this to me," and then she's summoning her weapon from PSO2, man. I don't know what's happening in this episode. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
That's a good way to
Has-
describe PSO2, the anime.
I don't know what's happening
I
to
don't
the
know
anime.
what's happening.
PSO2, like if to explain it, I have to explain like the storyline in the game because the anime and the game are both connected, like actually connected, canonically connected.
Okay. So I mean,
Like, do you want me? Do you want me to reveal the big secret right here? Because if episode 4 patch for the game just like came out like Tuesday or so, So it's like not really a big spoiler if I talk about it, is it?
Is
Or
it
is
trying?
it?
Yeah, I mean, is it trying to sync the game lore or the game backstory to what's happening in their lives or whatever in real life? Is that kind of how it's working out? Because that's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Something like that. Like the first, like the very like the very first episode 4,
Hmm.
like storyline missions basically just reveal what the connection is to the anime. And should I talk about it or what?
Can you give us like a very brief, like, I
I
guess?
told you it's a different dimension thing. Like there's the arcs in the real world, which is the game, and then there's a fake arcs from the from like Earth who are invading into the real world and whatnot. You get it?
Okay, so the game is in preparation for these extra dimensional creatures that are invading into the real world.
No,
I'm
no.
so confused, actually.
Do you want me to just say it?
Yeah, just say.
Yeah, spoiler. Basically, through the power of high-speed worldwide internet connections, the Earth has somehow tapped into the dimension where the arcs are. So there's like some anomalies happening there.
Okay.
Thanks to the power of internet, they're tapping into a different dimension.
So they are coming in. Okay, but these extra dimensional things are they from the game or is the game
No,
a training thing?
no,
Neither.
neither.
Okay, what's
They're real. So basically, due to some mishap in episode 4,
Mhm.
what happened? Like, your main character is on this. You're hanging out with this loser from like who's actually playing the game. Then
Okay.
through some mishap, spoiler again, where the person, the game character didn't log out safely. Bam! Now you have dimensional beings that invade Earth.
So the
Yeah.
game is a catalyst for the extra dimensional beings to come into reality.
Yeah,
But then,
man. Yeah,
okay, so
that's why you have to log out of. That's why they always give you that warning when you play an MMO. Please log out safely, or you might lose progress.
so in the
Or in
anime,
this case, or in
wait,
this
wait.
case, you'll cause dimensional tear and create phantom enemies that will invade into Earth. Yeah.
Wait. So, uh,
You get it?
is it? Yeah, no. Okay, so is the
It's basically like
no, I
digital
get
devil,
it, but
like Digimon. There you go, Digimon.
yeah. So is the game was the game purposefully made for that sort of thing to happen, or was it just like kind of accidentally made? But then because of the power of the interwebs, it started thing started happening. So is this sort of is
It's just a coincidence
it's a
because
coincidence?
in
Okay,
okay, our real life, the one we're in right now,
yeah,
we don't have PSO2. Like we're not traveling across planets fighting darkers. We're all
yeah.
doing this inside a game. But in an alternate dimension, arcs are real, man.
Okay. It's just that the extra dimension thing is real, but the game coincidentally brings them into our universe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
man, and spoiler again, your main character, the character that you play in the game, like the actual game, jumps out of her monitor and saves her from the demons. It's great.
oh,
It's like
well,
Persona.
the premise is nice. I just hope that the rest of the anime actually like
Oh, it's not.
executing on
Yeah,
it.
the anime the
You're
anime
like
kind of
no,
sucks.
you're like no.
Like
No.
the animations, they're average, whatever. They're blocky, like sub 30 frames, whatnot. CGI's pretty average, low budget, whatever.
Oh Jesus.
Like I said before, the PS2 anime is just to promote the game, and it's just so far it's mostly a PSA on how, like PSA on the actual game itself and how you conduct yourself in the game. They
Mhm.
keep saying stuff like, "There's a real person behind the game character, so be nice to them, or else, you know, they'll troll you." And they'll get your personal information and dox you and reveal it on the internet. Yeah.
All right. So that's I get again. I think the premise for PSO2 just grew much more interesting, but unfortunately, I don't think the execution.
Nah, it's
of,
average.
like,
It's
yeah,
not. It's definitely
that's like
not as
really
good.
yeah. I think even knowing my bias for these sorts of series, I think it is unfortunate that PSO2 couldn't deliver on the premise a bit better.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you there because I think PSO2, the animation, is the best MMO based anime I
Since
don't know, since forever.
since forever,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I say it's better. I think now it's better than Blade and Soul, but before it was definitely not better than Blade and
Well,
Soul.
it's definitely better than Sao because when
Oh,
you die in PSO2,
you
you don't die. You don't
in real
die.
life.
Yeah, man.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Well, so with that update, well, I mean, PSO2. Hopefully, if you guys
PSO, y'all should play episode 4.
play
You
up
can
so far.
run. You can speed around in Tokyo and beat up trains.
Oh my god. All right, we'll move on from that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update.
No.
Um, so last on the list, before we go on, is actually again our guest Dark Soul. What have you been up to recently? I know we've talked about a couple, one or two series that you might want to give us a little bit of your personal opinion on before we kind of head into things.
How's the new Railgun series, Dark Soul?
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
How's the
No,
new
I'll get
index?
into
Yeah,
some.
man.
How's the new index anime for Dark Souls?
Oh man,
Has
just
Accelerator gone
phenomenal,
out with Misaka Worst yet, or whatever her name is?
dude.
Or Last Order?
When we
Yeah.
finally get up to that arc in the anime, and I'm like 50 years old, and my grandkids are watching it, that's when I'll just kill myself.
Well, like, they call her Misaka Worst, but isn't she the best because she's like 18?
No, I
Something?
think she's like well, no, she's probably like fucking a year old because she's a clone once
That
again.
doesn't count. That's her biological age, not her actual age.
Her biological age would be that age, Toast, not
Yeah.
like she'd still be like
Her-
1 year old.
well,
It doesn't matter.
Her body, okay, her body proportions are the size of whatever, right?
Wow. Now body shaming.
Hey man,
Body
how,
shaming?
Body
sorry.
shaming.
hey man, how old do you think Snake is? He has accelerated
Okay,
aging
stop
too.
sidetracking me.
All right, keep going, keep going. So with the
Okay,
two series,
so all I did in the past week was I watched primarily. I mean, I kept up with everything this season, so
yeah, okay, yeah.
nothing really new there. Except the only thing really take away from PSO2 going off a toast, and I'm going to be really quick with this, is just the online interactions is what has me interested at this point. Like seeing the whole like, oh, you're like this in the game, but this is how you are in real life, and that's probably about it.
So
But-
okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the real things I watched the last 2 weeks was Yuri, all of it, and
All of it.
no,
Literally.
This
Yuri.
this
what-
guy
what's-
this
what's
guy
Yuri?
calls me up on Skype and he's like, "Hey, I watched season 1 of Yuri Yuri, right?" And by the end of the day, he's like, "Hey, I'm done with Yuri Yuri season 2. I'm moving on
Oh my
to season 3."
Dear Lord.
Did you watch the OVA? The English
No, I
OVA?
didn't watch the OVA.
Oh,
Yeah,
you should
watch
watch
both
it.
summer OVAs or no? Okay. Oh, you
There's
didn't?
English in it.
There's English voicing?
No, yeah, the Japanese voice actors
The English
do an
scene.
English dub. It's great.
Oh,
That one. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
I have
that's
to
what
watch
you're
that.
Should watch it.
But yeah. So, I mean, I know it was brought up on the podcast, but I'm gonna be pretty brief with it on what I thought about it. I thought season 1 and 2 of Yuri Yuri is really, really good.
Who's your
Like-
favorite character?
My favorite, it's
here we
hard
go.
to say. Probably Kyoko, but
Nice.
Cop
Classic
out.
choice.
Cop out.
It's a
It's not a
safe
cop
play.
out. There's like fucking 4. Like,
No,
There's
there's
four mains.
glasses, and then there's the president, and then there's the
Glasses.
who
lolly,
cares about
and then
glasses?
and then there's
Wow,
just
wow.
the president who doesn't speak. And then there's
Whatever, man.
then
Dude,
there's
you like
Sakurako
literally.
and Himawari, man.
No,
Are you
but
not-
who cares? Who cares about the glasses character? Like her and her sister, it's like the fucking Cuck twins, whatever.
She likes pickles.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, every character was good, but my favorite was probably Kyoko. If not,
Got that.
it might be Akari because like just
Oh,
the
that's-
amount of
I
like
hate the amount of silliness that shit.
yeah, and the amount of like shitting on that happens to her is pretty fantastic. But I don't know. Like I liked it in the way that like I
You-
thought season 1 and 2 had really good comedy,
Mhm,
like a lot of really funny scenarios.
mhm.
And it wasn't really heavy-handed with the Yuri in it, and it really wasn't heavy-handed with the
Yeah.
relationships.
So what I kept saying before, actually, even when even when before season 2 came out, was that I said explicitly, Yuri could like totally have just maybe like all boys or something like that, or even like like it doesn't need to be Yuri, because the comedy in itself, most of it, like 80-90% of it, works without the Yuri.
Yeah,
It's
and I
slapstick.
thought that was really good
Yeah.
about it. But season 3 could not. Season 3 is so much like just here. It honestly, season 3 feels like a like a fan season. Like these were people who are just shipping characters. And stuff.
You were talking to me about how you were so disappointed about how the studio change that occurred. Because for those of you that know Yuri Yuri seasons 1 and 2 were done by Dogakobo, which is a very solid studio. Um, but season 3 was not. It was done by some other studio. I forget.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But there's just certain things between the studios that aren't as good. Like I don't think the color palette in season 3 was nearly as good. Like it looked like there was a filter over the entire show, like a fucking smear. Like things were it looked blurrier. Like
Yeah, it's
see,
some random like tier 2 animation studio.
yeah, and it's like seasons 1 and 2 had like really bright colors and stuff, and these were a lot more desaturated. They went for a more like anime style, I would say, like just a modern like just here is anime.
Mm-hmm.
This
You're right.
is
It's
anime.
just,
Whereas like
yeah,
seasons 1 and 2 were like really like a lot more cartoony in their animation.
right.
The intros were gone, which was honestly like a huge part that I really liked.
Yeah, the intros. It's I don't know. It's unfortunate. I think they also did the OVA. So I thought the OVA was nice because it took sort of a how do I say it? Like it kind of add the comedy, but as an OVA in isolation, it took the character pairings and made them a bit deeper, and it worked in the two OVAs that it did.
Yeah, I think that is fine for an OVA, but that was all season 3 was at that point.
Yeah.
Season
The
3
problem
was
is like season 3 was all like that, plus a bit of like awkward humor stuff or awkward situations into whatever,
yeah.
plus whatever. Yeah, so
And to come off of that, then I watched Non Non Buri, and I'm almost done with the second season.
you're just like it's like that's not a sigh of desperation that you hear for the first time.
That wasn't
The
me.
first
That was
time you hear-
Toast.
Wait, that's Toast? I thought you.
This
was
guy goes from Gochumon, then he's all like, "I'm gonna watch Yuri, all of it," and then he goes straight to Non Non Viori, man. This guy really likes his little girls.
You mean Gochusa?
Good use, please.
Yeah.
Was it Gochuma? I don't know. I don't know what the
It's
Japanese.
Gochumon,
It's
Usagi, Gochusa is.
I just like.
You just like little girls,
I just like
little
comedy.
girls.
Things.
Okay, I like comedy. I
Alright.
like giggling.
So
Um,
what's your opinion on non Yuri?
I think No Non Beer is probably as strong as Yuri Yuri seasons 1 and 2. Like it's a different type. It's honestly it nails like there's a lot of like the more awkwardness to situations, but it nails it. Like it really hits it good
So when people are like, how a lot of people are kind of misusing this, or like they kind of are misunderstanding when things are being authentic and when things aren't being authentic. It's like I actually think that Non Lambieri is really being authentic, and that's not just because it's like a countryside thing. it's because of these very sort of like very how do I say it? These simplified moderate reactions to things, kind of.
Yeah, and it's also like whereas like Yuri Yuri season 3 had a lot of like the awkward humor, but characters would be doing stupid shit in Yuri Yuri season 3 just to do stupid things that would lead to an awkward situation. The
Right.
setup
Just like getting
on
led
Non
into this
Yuri,
like trap or whatever.
yeah, it's like the entire like it'll have the skit that's going like the half of an episode, all of that will lead into everything else. Like it'll have like a good flow to it. There won't be like why is this character even doing this? Whereas in Yuri Yuri, that would happen like every 2 seconds, where they would just come up with something.
Just happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like one of them's making a funny face. Wow, fantastic, great joke.
Suddenly they're in a house where suddenly like Kyoko is in fucking Yusa, or excuse me, in Shiratsu's house, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. The setup in Non Non Beer is just better than season 3 of Yuri Yuri.
Well, it's unfortunate that like this is kind of again the thing I was afraid of, where it's like you have so much of a good thing, but unfortunately, good thing too much of a good thing will like it's not. I guess it's not so much too much of a good thing, but it's like good things can't continue forever. Like it has to end before it starts going downhill or starts becoming stale, or shit like this happens where it gets passed over to TYO Animations or whoever the fuck they are. So
Yeah. And another thing is for Non Non Biuri, I think they actually did the season 1 and 2 like very well, and I think it's like they set themselves up to if they wanted to, they could do more without it getting like too tired.
Mhm.
Because the way they did it was with repeat, how it's like sort of almost like a retelling of it, but from different angles. But then they also have like completely new, like mostly new like scenarios in general, and
Right.
then some smaller callbacks to like season 1. So it's like they could keep doing new scenarios. And I guess like Yuri Yuri could have kind of done that too, but they gave themselves like more time, I guess, with Non Non Yuri.
Yeah,
Like they
it's
have to throw out continuity out the fucking window.
yeah. Okay. So
Uh,
again, thanks for giving us.
okay,
Think,
I was gonna
think
say, should I go into the other thing I talked to you about, or should I save that for callbacks completely?
was um,
The
wait, which series was that?
no, it wasn't a series. It was something that I did a complete misfortune of.
Oh wait, wait. I forgot.
That I bought Dengeki
Oh,
Bunko.
that, yeah. God, yeah, just give us a very quick update on that.
Okay, so this is sort of a warning to listeners out there.
Yeah,
I bought Dengeki Bunko. Now, you're probably
delicious flat
thinking to
chest.
yourself, how could it get worse at this point?
Why would you buy Dengeki Bunko?
Which version
Already?
did you get?
It can get worse. What did you
Which
say?
version did you get?
I had to get the Vita version because I don't have the PS3 with me. Now,
Yes,
it
game, not
gets
like this.
even worse. I own a PlayStation TV because that was $100 cheaper than a PlayStation Vita, and I didn't really need a handheld. This game is not compatible with it. Now, nowhere on the site does it say it's incompatible with the PlayStation TV. In fact, it downloads it to your PlayStation TV only to then tell you to go fuck yourself. So I wasted $30 this week.
Well
Not only
played,
that,
my friends.
I also can't hack the PlayStation TV anymore because they pushed out a firmware update to break all of that. So everything that could have gone wrong with this game went wrong for me.
GG.
Lesson of the day is do not buy Dengeki
Dengeki
Bunko.
Bunko. Yes.
But it has Asuna in it and and Misaka Makoto. Oh my god, is that why you bought it?
And that reminds me. Also, a bad thing that if you guys were thinking about it to get a Japanese game on PSN on for Japanese accounts will not accept PayPal from an American PayPal account, defeating the purpose of PayPal. So that doesn't work either.
Oh my god.
Play
Good
Asia
luck, man.
lives to see another day.
Oh god. Please, all your thoughts, please, please wish Dark Soul the best of luck as he descends into the Valley of Sadness. Uh, but yeah, That sucks, unfortunately. Jesus.
You know what else sucks?
But
Dengeki Bunko.
yeah, that's true. That's
But near air dashes
air dash.
and us no, it has Kirito in it. Isn't he top
Yeah,
tier?
he saved anime. He's the
Yeah.
Black Swordsman.
Dude.
Yeah, man, the original Black Swordsman.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Alright, we're
and
moving on. We're
and
moving on, guys.
what did you watch, Fire?
Yeah, okay, so I actually want to take this into the main section that we have, although I guess we've spent like 35 minutes talking about talking about what we watched, but I do want to kind of again lead this into kind of the major segment of what we're going to be talking about. But what I did watch was Konosubarashi Sekai o Shukufuku wo.
Of that, you watched that?
Yeah, or Konosuba for short, which is another sort of, oh, I got sucked into this fantasy world or some MMO thing that's also a fantasy world. And it ends up being that, I have, the superpower, or I have some people that can use the superpower. In this case, uh, the main character uh, kind of brings along a goddess by contract, and she can do all sorts of stuff in the magic world or in the magic fantasy world. And with him and the goddess, they kind of start getting along. They're trying to survive in this new fantasy world that they've been dropped in. So it's another like fantasy thing, and it ends up being a lot of episodic humor, kind of trying to survive in this world. And I went into that, and um, well, I watched it, and it's not, it's just again episodic thing. But the reason why I watched it was because of what I mentioned kind of last episode, which was I was going through a lot of light novel, web novel stuff, and a lot of these, web novels especially are kind of leading into this whole, oh, I'm a regular Japanese schoolboy, but I've been dropped into this. I've been or killed and then reincarnated into this magic fantasy world.
Yeah, man,
I,
he like no, he like died a shock. He died a really stupid death.
yeah, he dies some retarded death.
Like he died a shock from something. I don't remember.
Yeah, the like how he died or how he got into the other world isn't that important, like 99% of the time, because the authors themselves don't care about it anyways. But so a lot of these web novels are like, oh, I died, or I got sucked into this MMO world or this magic fantasy world. And now I have this superpower or this power that lets me do whatever or this power that gives me growth. And now I'm just gonna dick around in this world. And um I I don't know. So my opinion on these, I kind of want to make this my segment of a general opinion piece on what I think of these fantasy world fantasy world things, and I think it's going in. So what I really again like about these web novel series, I mean, I don't like the fact that they're very like fan fiction, or a lot of the ones are very fan fiction a lot of the times. Like, oh, I got the superpower or time to just fuck everybody up the ass. Like, that sort of thing kind of goes into very shallow escapism, like power fantasy kind of stuff, and I don't enjoy that. But what I do really appreciate with these web novels is the fact that they're willing to go into this kind of full anti-hero, this full kind of like quote unquote, I guess not what you expected territory. So it's like, oh, well, I won't in the end save this person, or in the end, I won't do this. So making these decisions off more or less rational thought, although a lot of times it's not really rational, it's just like them being an asshole. Uh, but they make these decisions that are not just like, oh, well, in the end, I'm a hero, so I gotta save these guys. Like, I fucking hate that shit so much.
Wait, hold on a minute. What series are you talking about? Are you talking about Death March again?
No, 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 no.
Because it seems like you're referencing Death March.
It's not that much. Although that one is one of the ones I considered. One of them is a Word Master, Kunjiki no Word.
Oh, that one. All right.
That one.
I got you, fam.
Another one is a Yobidasa, the one where like the guy like
I
comes
got
in and kills everybody, but with like his sword. Uh, so on and so forth. but a lot of these people are just like, I can, in the end, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stand by my convictions. I'm not going to be, some random hero that, gets, convinced by some girl crying or whatever, and in the end saves the princess. Like, I'm just gonna do my thing. And I'm okay with
But Spire, don't you like the trope where the protagonist in his previous life was a loser, so he resolved himself to become a hero in the next life, so he doesn't live without any
he must be
regret?
determined in this other
Yeah,
life.
man. So like,
Yeah.
I don't I want to become a harem protagonist. I don't want to become a boring neat anymore.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with that explicit declaration because with the whole because a lot of these web novel premises are like, in the next world I'm going to build a harem. Uh, it's I really do like the fact that it's explicitly declared. They're not like, oh well, this kind of just happened, and I have all these, girls like next to me. Like I like it's not like that. I do like the explicit declaration, but on the other hand, again, it starts sort of declaring that kind of leads into this again very easy trap of escapism of this power fantasy where it's just then the web novel kind of becomes, oh, girl 1, girl 2, girl 3, girl 4, blue girl, red girl, kind of like this thing, like Dr. Seuss book. So it becomes a bit hard for me to support. Um. So yeah, Konosuba's main character is one of those sort of like more, oh, I'm gonna be more realistic, blah 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 characters, and I'm gonna say that's standard nowadays, or I'm gonna say that's more standard these days, and I I like how, I don't know. It's weird how a lot of, especially Western audiences, but also Japanese audiences, clearly from how they interact with Oregaeru or Snafu, Teen Love Snafu, whatever the fuck the English name is. I don't like the fact that people are just like, wow, this guy is an asshole. Wow, this is so original. I don't think that's how it works. I really don't think that's how it works. But uh, what I do like about some of these asshole characters is that they have these certain values, and or whether it's like realism or whatever, or they have this thing, it's like, I will not do this because I had this experience, and they kind of stick to it. And it's not just about being angry or edgy or whatever. It's more about, I'm not just gonna be like suddenly, oh well, I gotta be a hero now. Like, that's not how they don't go to this sort of jump in faith where they suddenly become this hero. So that's the sort of main character I would support, not just asshole or whatever. Because nice people can be, authentic or realistic too. It's just that they maybe have to jump through a bit more hoops. But anyways, that's
Well, I'm the opposite of Spire. I like my stories where the dude resolves to become a hero in his next life because he has regrets.
wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that idea works, but it's just been done so many times. Like there are, I mean,
It's very
some
hard
Like
to
people who
here,
feel
you
like, yeah,
you
I'll be a hero,
here.
but
Do you want me to list off a list of like manga that I have where you get reincarnated in a different life? Because I have a list of like 12
no, we
right
all
here.
know there's like 50 million of those.
And they're all on. But here, I'll post it right here in this chat. Bam! There you. Oh shit.
Uh,
Yeah, there you go. All of them.
so
Yeah.
what I actually okay, so what I the main point of what I want to discuss about these series actually is, oh my god, did you just copy and paste the entire list? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay. So what I kind of want to actually point out is there's so the initial kind of setup with the characters and stuff like that is fine. Again, unlike most people that are like, wow, this guy has an overpowered like superpower. I hate that shit. Like, I
Yeah,
I
man. He rained meteor on these
yeah,
dragonkins, and now he's level a billion. That's not.
I don't
That's over the max level 99. Yeah.
yeah, I don't agree with those people that hate it just because there is an overpowered thing. I really want to usually look at the series and say, okay, what are they using this overpowered thing to do? Why? What does this character do in light of the fact that he has this power? Does the plot just end up kind of running around him, kind of beating everybody on the head with this new power, and then the story ends? Is it maybe retrospection as to why he has this power? Does the power not really matter in the overall story because most of the story involves him not using the power, but rather maybe interacting with the characters and talking stuff out and doing stuff rather than just using the power. So I really like to look at how the power itself is being used, which is why
What does the power mean to him?
or into the story in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that's kind of like why I like Medaka Box, for instance, even though Medaka is definition of super just like overpowered thing. Like her ability, it literally just allows her to do whatever the fuck it takes to win. But it doesn't really matter because the story is not so much about the power as it is about what the character thinks in retro in having that power, in being at the top. So in light of that, what I really don't like about a lot of these fantasy series is that a lot of these fantasy series tend to lose steam in turn because all they're doing is like, oh, I got this power now. Now I'm gonna get girl 1, girl 2, girl 3 if it's like some sort of harem series. Uh, and if it's not some sort of harem series and it's him going around being powerful and conquering everything, then he just goes around beating ass until time immemorial. I don't like that. What I also don't like is this danger of uh, a lot of people are kind of going into this like MMO aspect. Like a lot of these web novels are like, wow, I can see the statuses of enemies.
Hey man, I actually like that stuff.
No. I'm fine with that. So
Don't you like sweet information? I wanna learn about this rock. I wanna learn about his his demon roach spear plus 13 and what materials you need to refine it some more, man. Yeah.
yeah, the thing is, no, I like the idea. I think it's a good way to do world building. Now,
It's a good idea to like as a startup because
yeah,
it's really simple and accessible.
it's accessible, and then you can see the upgrade
Yeah,
stuff like
like
that.
bam, all the info you need right there.
Yeah, I like it. I do like the idea. However, what's the danger of it? The danger of it is that that thing is fools people into thinking that the series is world building. When in actuality, a lot of these series are not world building. They are kind of saying like, oh well, this cool thing happens in this arc, and then you kind of use this cool power to get to point A, and then we'll kind of forget about that. We'll go into the next kind of power thing, and then we'll use that to get to. We'll use this power, this skill, this title, to get through arc 2 to point C, and then we'll kind of forget about that. And there's no sort of afterthought. There's no sort of like tying it together, which is very unfortunate because then it kind of, as much as I hate to kind of draw analogies because a lot of these series are better, it kind of draws analogies to Sword Art Online, where a lot of these kind of uh, world building, kind of cast building things are forgotten, and most of the character or cast building is kind of centered around, oh, this is a new sidekick slash harem member, and then uh, the world building is kind of relegated to, as long as the character kind of gets through stuff, it's okay, which I really don't like. Uh, so that really kind of irks me because I really do like this world building thing, and I do think that every objectively right now and what we've covered in terms of like the current like literature, I really do think that all these fantasy series, these like reincarnated into fantasy world, this reincarnated into MMO, I think they should all be world building because uh, there's no point in really like going into this sort of fantasy world and then having the status and then building up whatever if you're not going to build a world, if you're just going to be like, oh, what am I going to do with this power? Because the point of not having world building, the point of having this sort of plot just like running through instead of trying to build a world, trying to build the characters, is to consider the question, what does the character do with this power? Or excuse me, what can the character do with this power in this situation? However, that question kind of becomes moot when the power is super overpowered. So it's like let's say I'm gonna give
World customize create, man.
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna give the two different examples. Like I'm gonna say like Naruto, for example.
Oh
No,
no!
it's a very like brain dead example because I'm like
No, just pick one. Pick one that's really dumb, like world customized create.
no. I'm trying to contrast the two.
All
So,
right, all right.
so okay, so let's say with Naruto, let's shut off our brains for a second, and then say, so what's sort of the point of these like tournament arcs, these like or these training arcs, stuff like that? The point is, okay, well, this character has the ability to grow, this ability to do stuff. What can with this much amount of current power, what can Naruto do in this situation? What can Rock Lee do in this situation with his current power?
Naruto can do a lot more than Rock Lee because he's got huge reserves of chakra.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
of
but
the
Rock
nine
Lee can
tails.
take off ankle weights.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
But he's only a master of taijutsu. He doesn't have Naruto's unlimited chakra levels from the nine-tailed beast within his belly.
unless he unlocks literally all 10 million gates. Um, but yeah,
Why don't you use Bleach? Bleach is a way better example of weird ass powers than Naruto.
yeah. I mean, you'll see why I'm trying to contrast it with like Naruto. So it's like the point is like he has this current, let's say, relatively finite power for now, and the question the story poses, the question Naruto poses as a manga series is, hey, what can he do in this situation? Like, what are the tools available to him? How can you get past this situation? In stuff like World Customized Creator, and stuff like Yobidasa, whatever, and Konjiki no Mojisukai, the Golden Word Master, where they have this like near omnipotent power. The question is no longer, or the question, I guess, if you still want to pose it is, uh, what do they do in this situation? But in these series, the whole question of what do you do in this situation is, oh, just get there using my power. It's fine. Like it's already kind of answered like 5 seconds in. So that's the major problem. And that sort of destroys this idea of this, action plot, this fantasy action thing going through, because there's no point in having this arc where you're going through everything when you're just kind of raising the fields, uh, burning the fields of of your enemies, kind of watching their women and children weep, kind of thing. Like when you're omnipotent, it doesn't matter. So I hardly think that these action plots, this sort of going through defeating the Demon King, whatever, is a very good idea. I think it should always be relegated to world building if it's made like that. So um, it's really unfortunate that a lot of these series have these things like status or user interfaces or whatever, but then they choose not to do world building with them. They choose not to have continuity. They choose not to build up mechanics that are used consistently. And it reminds me of these sort of like, uh, it reminds me of me watching a Jerry Seinfeld thing, a Jerry Seinfeld skit recently. No. Listen, because so a lot of these, a lot of stand up comedians, especially newer ones, have this thing where it's like they kind of go one subject, blah blah blah. They kind of pause. They go to another subject, kind of pause. They just go to another subject, boom, 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 and then they end, right? But what Jerry Seinfeld does, and part of why he's sort of like the classic stand-up guy, and he's sort of the master of it, is that he really likes to sort of tie in things both within the subject he's making, like the different jokes, and then he kind of ties it back to the first joke he made, and between subjects too. And so he has this like continuity thing going on where he's not only being funny in terms of what he's like that sort of like lead up that he's doing now, but because that he can tell the audience, hey, have you been listening? I'm telling you this. I also told you this thing before. I'm tying it all together. And that sort of thing is really rewarding, I think. But a lot of these comedians, a lot of, if the analog we, in the analogy, the web novels, a lot of these web novels are not doing that. And that's really disappointing. And I think both, the web novels I'm reading recently and Konosuba or Konosubarashi has the danger of going through that, and that's really kind of what I'm afraid of, honestly. And I kind of wish that a lot of these things, even like the Rising of the Shield hero Tate no Yusha, stuff like that, a lot of these had strengths through their world building, like actual world building, consistent mechanics, and I hope a lot more series kind of look towards that, but maybe not get caught up too much in like battle sequences and stuff like that. Like, oh, I reduced this guy to by 5 health, and I jumped to the side and like spend an entire chapter just describing that. Like without those, kind of try to describe the world. But yeah, that's just my thing. Oh, one last thing, before I end this rant. Konosubarashi is, again, I do like it for its comedy, but its audio visuals sometimes kind of distract me at how kind of mediocre it is.
What do you expect from Studio
Yeah, oh
D?
fuck, dude, you weren't supposed to spoil it. No.
Too bad. You think I'm gonna give up a chance to rag on Dean?
I was about to say that.
Made it too easy.
Yeah, so I was like, this is kind of suspicious. Like, why is this? Why are the eyes like all like fucking shifted all to the right side of the or the left side of the face? And
Do I have to bring it up? I'll bring up the picture. Yeah, I'll bring up the picture. Hold on.
sorry. But
Bam, bam, there.
oh my god. But I looked up at Studio Dean. I'm like, dear lord, fucking Studio Dean. So yeah,
They did a good job with what was that other one? The
Horizon?
previous MMO.
Log Horizon, right?
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
decently with
they did
that.
a pretty decent job on that one. Maybe the faces were a bit thin, but that's also a mistake that like Dio Media also makes. But yeah, it's fucking Studio Dean, man. Jesus. Anyways, that was just my rant. But moving on from that, I want to cover the other major thing I kind of want to cover in this. It was actually Nier's Dagashi, because I feel like we kind of need to go over that before, I don't know, before people really kind of splurge all over it.
Here's a question: why did in like all these Pixar arts? Why are they big? Why are they collabing Dagashikashi and Galco-chan together? Someone has to explain that to me.
Because they all have the sort of like fun romp kind of stuff. Like,
No, I mean, I see a lot of Hotaru along with the Galco, and I don't get it.
Because they have big
Because
boobs.
people keep
they're
keep saying,
classics.
"Oh,
Yeah.
Galco-chan and this have the waifus of the season," and it's like you're fucking
Oh
insane.
yeah,
But okay.
and Kawakami Mai's in the picture. Yeah, I get you.
Galco-chan has some good girls in it. Like,
I mean,
You mean she's the only good girl? Then what are you talking about?
what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
You saying Otako is bad?
Did you see what she did in episode 3? What a jerk! What a jerk!
The fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Did you see what she did? She made her cry, man.
before we
She's a
Yeah.
bully. She's a bully.
before
Nier and his fucking glasses wearing lollies.
yeah, I don't know about this fucking glasses thing. But anyways, Nier, you want to give a quick kind of I guess opinion spiel on what you think of Takashi Kashi, and especially in contrast to the manga, because I've only watched the manga, so
You watch manga? You're so cool.
excuse me, I apologize. I have read, ate, tasted, smelled the manga. Yes.
Have you licked it?
Yes.
Have you sniffed it?
Pero. But Nier, go on about Takashi Kashi.
I mean, what is there to really say about it? It's funny, like,
Give us a contrast with the manga, because I think we did talk about the manga. It's episodic. It does the whole like company sponsorships thing probably. It kind of goes off the rails each time it tries to boot up the comedy stick. I mean going off the rails in like a good way, as in like it goes pretty like crazy in a rompy way. But contrast that with the anime
it's
adaptation, or like what's going on?
I'd say it's a pretty straight adaptation, to be honest. Like, it introduces Hotaru. She's like oh so crazy about candy, and then it just goes through like, hey, check out, have you ever had this kind of candy? And it's like she fucking
It's a
gushes about it for like 5 minutes,
Of the day,
and it's like,
candy of the day kind of thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Going through those company sponsorships.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, what? So okay. So is it? Wait, who's animating it? I forgot. Is it A1 or is it JC?
I think it's A1.
It's A1.
Pretty
Okay.
It's
sure.
definitely not JC.
It's definitely not JC.
Not JC.
Not enough gloss for that shit.
I would know. I would know if it was JC because
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
because
be
yeah, no,
upset.
no, well, A1 Pictures. Well, A1 Pictures can actually differ. They do the animation pretty flexibly actually, depending on the series. But okay, so it's a straight adaptation. Is the pacing how's the pacing like how much of the manga do they tend to cover in like each episode? Because I know it is like a full thing, but Tagashi Kashi in itself is not really super dense.
Well, it seems to do like three
34 chapters.
like three skits essentially, which I guess would be a chapter. So it's like three or so chapters per
So that's like
episode.
6 minutes per skit ish, I guess, because it's like 18 minutes per episode.
Yeah, about.
More, yeah, about that. 6-7 minutes per uh candy skit thing, and then they move on to the next one. I mean, it's really like as episodic as it gets, right?
Right.
So
So okay, so I'm still sort of confused about why you really like the Gashi Kashi.
She has
Like,
crazy eyes, man.
I'm not like judging you, but like, what is your sort of driving motivation to keep watching it? Like, is it the type of comedy it delivers? Is it sort of, I guess, the big breasted character, or like, what is it? Like, I don't, because I like watch it and I like the premise and I'm like okay with reading it. Like, it's not like if someone is like, you should really watch the Gashi Kashi, like, I'd be like, okay, but uh, I'm not so convinced as to just be like, wow, I'm gonna watch this every week or whatever. So
I
so what's your driving sort of motivation to watch the Gashi or read it?
honestly,
Yeah.
Hotaru.
Yeah, alright, so we're moving on now.
Like,
Is-
no,
is she-
no,
is she the- is she
it's not
waifu
just-
of the season
It's not
yet?
just like, oh man, I love Hotaru. It's like
Yeah.
like her comedy, like delivery,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Her sort of like kind of like very
She's
crazy.
very eccentric.
It's
Yeah.
0 to 60. It's 0 to 60 kind of.
yeah, like
She's
I
a
just
fucking weirdo.
like her like
Great.
Hotaru's comedy delivery, Hotaru's like interactions with the main character and Saya, and just like
Just like so shocked at like everything and then
like yeah, like she's the reason I'm watching that.
Okay. No, I can get behind that.
I mean,
Uh,
the animation's good too. Like the style
Yeah.
looks really nice.
I
Yeah,
really-
man. I really like their dead fish eyes. They're funny to look at.
Their
Yeah.
characters, like all the characters, are pretty strong. Like even his dad is like a weird fucking goofball who doesn't
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
he's a weird goofball.
It's like I'm not gonna run the candy store. And it's like what?
Just starts like fucking crying.
Yeah, no, the characters are all very good at like kind of like catalyzing together and kind of creating that sort of crazy humor that Nier does. Like, I I think for me, I kind of became too focused on the strength of the humor rather than just sort of like the delivery, as Nier said, of the main characters, which I do like. Again, it's like very crazy. It's like,
I think the vocal delivery really helps.
oh really?
More than like just I think just
Oh,
reading the jokes
yeah.
isn't like as strong as like hearing them like vocally like freak out like talking about candy.
That's actually very true. Does Kana Hanazawa do a decent job?
Yeah, she's great.
Oh my God! See, Near. This is what I was right. Or this is what I was saying. Spy doesn't know voice actors at all. He's so bad at this.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He can't even tell Ayane Takatatsu from Kana Hanazawa.
Serious, dude.
What a-
I'm gonna
what a
fucking do
loser.
this on the podcast right now,
Hey man, you're the one who called Kana Hanazawa Ayane Takatatsu. Like,
dude.
it's on record right now, man.
Voice samples. You give me 3 voice samples, and 2 of them, the first 2, sounded like completely nondescript. But anyways,
Hey man, if you can't tell a voice from a voice sample, how are you gonna pick out your favorite voice actor when you play PSO2?
Like nothing that will take. Okay, but anyways, the thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I did skim through a bit of the Gashikashi scenes on YouTube, and when Kana Hanazawa goes a bit crazy in terms of how she's delivering and stuff like that, I do like her better than when she's doing the standard, high school girl slash high school Kana Hanazawa kind of thing. So she
Wow,
does it.
those are fighting words for Nier.
I mean,
Not really. Like,
Isn't your favorite character Tenchi?
yeah, but
What's
she doesn't do.
she doesn't really do
She doesn't
anything.
do. She doesn't do like quote unquote high school voice with Tenchi. She does like the usual Kana Hanazawa like
what
quiet
about,
voice.
what's her name? What's her
And
name?
even Tenchi doesn't have like that many like lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's not really that noticeable. But I do like Kana Han. So it's like if I had to do a ranking of ascending the types of Kana Hanazawa voices I'm okay with, it'd be the standard shit, which is like, please God.
Are we gonna make a top 5 Kana Hanazawa voices list?
No, it's not.
All right. My top 5 includes is that her name Sakura from Bimbogami and Plutia from Neptunia.
See again the reason why you like Puccia from Neptunia for Kana Hanazawa's voice is because she goes that whole like slightly crazy thing. She uses that energy to make sure that Kana Hanazawa doesn't sound so much like Kana Hanazawa, and instead it sounds like the character. um,
Also, Tuturu from Steins Gate. That's up there too.
yeah, but so let me finish the ranking. So the general thing is the standard stuff, then the crazy stuff, then the one that I like the best is her supporting roles. I really do prefer her supporting roles, and that's part of like the whole like the girl in the science game and so on. But yeah, anyways, that was a weird tangent. But how does she do? In your opinion, how does she do Hotaru in Dagashi Kashi?
You mean Ayane Taketatsu? Because that's not Kana Hanazawa.
Fuck up. Wait, what?
It's not. Are you serious? Oh my god.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
Are you
sitting here
serious?
saying Kana
Are you serious? Oh my
Oh, no,
god,
my
you are as bad as I thought you were.
like she's not in.
Exposed.
This
Ah,
fucking guy.
fucking exposed. Oh, okay. I thought it was Hanazawa. Oh.
It is not. How could you
my
see? How could you tell? Never. You know what? Never mind.
God. Oh.
Oh my god. Here, look. Please look at this My Anime List link.
God.
I think I'm gonna highlight this, dude.
Do
That's
it.
fucking amazing.
Spire Spire exposed live on
You
stream.
were joking, but you were serious.
The one scene I saw, I thought it was Hanazawa. Oh my God.
Christ.
Oh my god. You were serious.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Wow, dude.
She's not even in this series. Look at all.
Oh my God. I thought the one scene I did watch, it was Hanazawa doing it. Dear Lord. What was I doing
what-
at that time?
What scene were you watching?
What?
Which scene were you watching?
I think it was the one where she goes crazy at the Friday Maibo thing.
Oh yeah.
She has freaking Ayane Taketatsu's accent. Like, it's so heavy.
Yeah, I know. I know Taketatsu had. So it didn't show that much in that scene. That's why. What was I? I thought Hanazawa was in the. Oh no. Oh God.
I will say, Hotaru's voice delivery is really good. I really like it.
Pretty good.
Thank you for the transition here. Oh my God. We all sound the same. Oh my God. Is this gonna be the new me for myself and for 2016? God damn it. Just as we got rid of the soccer trick meme, now we have this shit going on. Oh God. I'm
And you do this to yourself, seriously.
I really do. Oh my God. I kind of just like want to end this podcast right now. just because I'm actually just like angry with myself for mistaking that.
It's over, dude.
Like I'm actually angrier than Toast is at me for mistaking that sort of shit.
I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just
Please
disappointed.
don't say
I'm
that.
just
Please don't.
disappointed in you, son.
This,
It's
Dude,
all right.
Spire,
It
Spire.
was
I have to
just
be
Hotaru
honest. Like
anyway.
out of all of us, I thought you would be the one that would be
Alright,
closest to my level with voice actors.
on behalf of on behalf of Toast, on behalf of everybody that has ever heard a voice actor ever, I apologize. I apologize for mistaking two very famous voice actors uh, for doing that role.
It's
And
all right.
yeah,
Shaking,
It's
shaking
just
my head.
Hotaru anyway.
it's just Hotel.
Wow, yeah, it's just best girl of the season.
It's not.
Oh,
It's
fighting
really-
words right there.
Hey, I'm gonna say I like Hotaru better in doujins than I do in the anime manga. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, so do I, but she's still best girl of the season.
I like how in doujins her craziness gets applied to like dumbest things, like random sex or whatever. It's like in hentai in like hentai doujins or whatever. It's like instead of her being like crazy about candy, she's just like randomly like 5 panels and it's like let's do crazy sex stuff. It's like what? Like what?
Hey, man. The ring
Which
pop
is very
engagement
different
Or is
scene.
from the
making, or
show.
is making
That made me
like,
cry.
making like candy jokes in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
dude.
pretty in the show. It's established she's pretty fucking clueless.
Yeah.
Like
I
with
mean,
that.
do you get his
I
name
think
is
is
his name
interesting.
is Kokonatsu? Get it? Coconut?
Yeah.
Coconut milk?
Uh, but yeah.
No, Earth, no one got the joke. That's established in the show by half of the characters.
Oh Jesus. Anyways, thanks for giving us a rundown on Takashi Kashi the anime. I know again we did talk about the manga itself, but I did want to hear if it was like a straight adaptation, or actually, yeah. And then I guess this would be an example of kind of what I would consider a small example of going above and beyond the manga. You know what I mean? Because you said the delivery really handles the comedy better, and I think that's part of why you know I would rather watch the anime over a manga, or I would also watch the anime in addition to the manga, right?
Yeah,
Because it
I think the anime really like
enhances enhances.
it it enhances it, and it also like it does the chapters like in a very like succinct manner. Like there's not, they never like overstay their welcome, and they don't feel like they're like too short or anything. It's really good, I think, in
Yeah.
terms of pacing.
Okay, so again, thanks for the update, and from there, I think we should. I honestly just kind of want to move on to the news, guys. I don't want to be in this podcast any longer. Episode 37, but not like this episode. I don't want to move on, guys. Before I fucking kill myself, honestly. um. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna move on to the news. I don't even know what to say. I apologize to Toast. I can feel his disappointment from many states away.
I am disappointed, man.
I'm like even more disappointed than you are. Like I don't think you understand. Holy shit! Like I don't even know what to like. Okay. Um. What the fuck? This is really weird. Anyways, moving on to the news. We have a couple of interesting pieces of news and also some uh, less happy pieces of news in terms of people news, but we're gonna go down the list. Uh, the first piece of news. Oops, let me guys this. The first piece of news is about the Shukakukan Manga Awards. So, as some of you might know, Shugakukan is a famous famous distributor of manga, a famous distributor publisher of manga slash light novels, and every year they do a very famous a manga award called the Shugakukan Manga Awards. So This year it was the 61st Shogakukan Manga Awards, and they introduced this announced winners. Now, or this year's winners. So, going down the list, best children's manga, Usotsuki Goku-kun. Best shonen manga, Haikyuu. Which I think goes along the line of Kenton really liking the character development and stuff like that. Best shoujo manga, Ore Monogatari, or My Love Story.
Yeah, no, that's a 2-time Shogakusei winner.
That's not surprising, really.
Not, no, it won at the it won the best shogo at the 37th Kodansha. So yeah, 2-time winner.
And then the two general award winners are Umimachi Diary and Sunny. So round of
I don't know what those are.
Yeah, I think it's good that Shugakukan is kind of revealing these more mellow kind of not as like well known like mainstream series, but ones that are like really kind of going in and kind of kind of going deep.
Where's
But yeah.
Prison School?
Prison School.
Prison School for best. I'm pretty sure Prison School was a runner-up for best romantic comedy.
Award-winning
Yeah.
comedy. Okay, so again, around
Comedy.
Next piece of news is a bit more interesting. It's along the lines of what we've discussed in the past couple of episodes about piracy, how Japan is dealing with doujins and piracy and stuff like that. So, Japan's Supreme Court lets Nintendo's anti-piracy / backup lawsuit victory stand. And so, Nintendo announced via press release Tuesday that it has cemented its legal victory against importers of Magicom flash cartridges on January 12th, after the Supreme Court of Japan denied the defendant's appeal at a higher court. So right now it's so flash cartridges or Magicom or Magic Computer as they are called in Japan allow users to use homemade software for a device such as the Nintendo 3DS, but they also allow users to play pirated software by loading previously extracted and downloaded game data onto the cartridge. So this is again a strike against like piracy thing, and it's right now it is with just the flash cartridges are a relatively specific device, gaming device especially in Japan, but I think this will have an impact on even the other sort of pirated downloaded sort of media from Japan. It could be used as precedent, so I would like to kind of watch out for it. Nir, was there something you want to say, or
Just Nintendo's trying really hard to have like bad PR right now.
bad PR, right? I also added the Fire Emblem piece of news, but I'm not sure if you'll go over that. But
Yeah, I'll be going over that.
oh baby, okay. So with that set aside for later, we're going to the next piece of news is something that I kind of fucking triggers me, but Girls and Panzer films immersive 4DX screenings confirmed. So, Girls and Panzer has an anime, or had an anime that happened a couple of months ago. So, in Asia, there are these things called 4D theaters. So these 4D theaters, I mean, America kind of might have like a couple of them too, but they're more kind of concentrated at amusement parks. So for those of you who don't know, these 4D theaters are essentially you have 3D stuff, but in addition to that, you have stuff around your seat, like your seat could be mobile, like motion seats that kind of shake you as the movie goes on at certain scenes. You could have stuff, maybe like air sprays like around you to give you the sense of if it's like a superhero movie and you're whooshing through the air, maybe like it puts air sprays next to you. And then in like water scenes, they have this like water spray in front of you. It's all this like random like tactile stuff.
Obnoxious shit.
when they fire the main cannon, will there be like gunpowder?
Gunpowder smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see like a Yuri scene of the girl, like one of the girls in pants are like puff puff like knocking into the breast of some other girl, where you suddenly feel something, it's that sort of thing.
Wow, Spire, they're like 13.
Yeah.
What are you, Dark Soul? Jeez,
A
calm down.
40-year-old man walks in and breathes on your face.
Yeah.
4D.
40. But yeah, it's apparently the Girls in Pants anime film will have 40x screenings at 30 theaters. God. I don't even know like what they're gonna do with this. Are they just gonna have like the seat rumbling every time a tank shows up, and you're like, oh my god, please stop.
And like this is standard stuff for like amusement parks and whatnot. If we're giving it for an anime, that's interesting.
I really hate these kinds of things actually, unless like you're specifically.
Wow, I'm not inviting you to an amusement park anytime soon now.
I'm okay with doing it like maybe once, like for like a very specific like amusement park ride kind of thing, but like just going through like a movie that you just want to watch and then it being like 4D throughout the entire thing. God, I can't handle that shit. I cannot handle that shit.
Well, I mean, 4D is like a paradox in and of itself because it's like, oh, look at how immersive it is, but it just reminds you that you're sitting in a movie theater every single time something
Yeah,
happens.
you're like, why does he run? I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what really enhances my viewing experience? Blasting air at high velocities straight into my face.
Yeah.
At least the girls in Panzer scenes don't have like any like silly like water scenes like where like paint.
Oh man, it's gotta be like rumbling
don't know
seats,
yet.
gunpowder, smoke, and like hot metal in your face. Like,
What if
they're
there's
gonna like
a-
throw pots and pans at you or something.
What if there is a really intense Yuri scene?
so you feel your dick changing. You're like, what?
Really intense tank scene where like two tanks are rubbing up against one another.
God, if there's a thing where it's like, I know this happened in like the one Spider-Man movie I watched in 4D, but it's like if there's a thing where it's like one of the tanks gets like blown up or gets like hit by a shell, and it's like something comes to a stop, and that scene is like synchronized with the seat just going like, just like something like lurching you forward. I go to fucking like if that sort of shit, like if people say that sort of shit happens, I'm just gonna be like, oh god, why?
Just have fun with it, sell it, and throw yourself out of the seat. Like,
Yeah.
I
it'll
mean,
just sell really
remember,
well.
remember, Spy, they have those non-moving seats in the back for those with weak hearts and or back problems. You can just sit in
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, you
Go
know what's
to
a better way to
4D.
watch a movie? Just in
Go
a
to
fucking recliner, like a leather recliner. Please
Oh jeez.
invest in those. Don't invest in giant
Please.
fucking fans and water squirters.
Yeah, just have one of those like maid cafe girls come and just like spray water on your face.
Oh my god, yeah, that's all it is.
As long as
Just
she's
a
cute.
little fucking spritz bottle.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. All right, so the next piece of news is for those of you who might not know, um, the American Library Association, or ALA's Young Adult Library Services Association, or YALSA, releases 2016 of great graphic novels for teens. So they're trying to get in on the whole like manga light novel market by giving it an award. So of the 112 overall titles, 50 manga titles are on the list, and the top 10, I think. Is it? Oh no, yeah, okay. So some of the series that they listed in the overall top list include Koi no Katachi, A Silent Voice, which was more or less expected, I guess. Ajin, or Demi-Human. Akame ga Kill. Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, baby.
Cause it's so edgy.
Assassination Classroom, Ansatsu Kyoshitsu.
Yeah, that one's okay.
Batman, the Chiro Quad Bat manga.
Wait, hold,
What?
what?
Yeah.
Is this like that looks like what's his name? Adam West Batman.
So the description is literally Batman fights villains with the help of his sidekick Robin, Japanese style.
Does Batman have a katana or something?
No, he gets into a giant robot,
Oh,
and then it's
dude,
called
that'd be
Big O.
no, be called like Big Bat.
Ha funny.
Oh, I get it,
Cause Big
Roger
O looks like
Smith.
Batman.
Oh my god.
Roger Smith, yeah.
It's like a. It's. Have you guys ever seen that Kobe Bryant commercial where he's just like he's just answering like random things like he used to do world records. Like, but how do you do that, Kobe Bryant? And he was like,
You
well,
see the one where Shaq fights Godzilla? Yeah.
Aspire, are you the same animal but a different beast?
what the hell does that mean, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome. But yeah, it's like that. It's like with Batman. It's like I'm gonna use these bat shurikens. It's like the Batman.
Same
How's
thing.
that different? How's that different from batarangs? You're welcome.
This
It's
one
like
has 4 wings,
yeah,
twice as effective.
twice. Twice
It wasn't. Yeah, isn't the League of Assassins basically ninjas? So whatever.
He's 2
Why
times
does
as effective at not killing people now.
Yeah.
Why does this?
Yeah, I
Why
don't
does
have it.
is he like Japanese Batman? Like how Japanese
killing
Spider-Man is a
Jap-
completely different person?
He has so much money, he has time to invest into Japanese Batmobile and Japanese Batarangs and Japanese Robin.
Dude, if he had a Japanese Bat robot, oh, that'd be sweet.
It's just Bruce Wayne, but he's a fucking weeaboo in this universe.
That's essentially how it works. Alright, going down the list again, I'll go down the Hataraku no Hataraku Mao-sama. Yeah, standard choice, I guess. Not that good, but Sakamoto desu ka? Or haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? Master Keaton.
Yeah, isn't Sakamoto's anime coming up soon?
Yeah, it is coming out, I think, next
It's gonna be
season.
great.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Tonari no Seki-kun, or My Neighbor Seki. One Punch Man.
Boy!
Oh baby!
Yeah.
Boy!
Save.
Boy!
Hashtag save.
Wherever I go, I am saved.
Dude. Jesus. You should read One Punch Man at your near American local library. uh,
And not just the Murata one, the original web comic.
Tokyo Ghoul and Your Lie in April. Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso.
Yeah.
So expect those in maybe more frequently in your local libraries pretty soon. But it's
And I haven't been to my local library in like 10 years.
yeah. Oh Jesus. Next piece of news. I'm gonna skip over some of these. Funimation is actually teaming up with N Games or Funimation Entertainment because Funimation does like a whole bunch of things.
No!
And Game Samba and Chinese game developer N Games Interactive Limited.
Oh no!
Oh no! I know some.
Dude! Is this Pocky Pirates all over again?
Let me continue. Announced on Monday that they're entering a strategic partnership to create mobile and web games based on anime and other entertainment properties. These games will be free to play.
Oh boy.
N Games will collaborate on Funimation and GameStomp's previously announced Fairy Tail and Tokyo Ghoul mobile games, as well as future titles.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see Fairy Tail's beautiful art on my phone.
After entering a partnership with N Games, GameStomp worked with N Games to remove an unlicensed One Piece-based 2012 browser game named titled Pocky Pirates from N Games'
Oh no!
Games 321 brand. The game had been advertised as fully licensed. So not only are they working with a random Chinese mobile developer, but this specific mobile developer previously did an unlicensed, like random Chinese knockoff One Piece game.
You know, did you all see that thing where this like Chinese developer is now releasing Concoli in the West?
Yep. Except it looks nothing
Yeah.
like.
Spoiler! It's not the actual.
And it's
Like
all
DMM.
stolen art.
It's not the DMM
It's not even
Concoli.
stolen art. It's like half of it just looks like crap. Like, I
No,
don't-
it's all
It's
stolen art.
stolen art.
It's all
Yeah,
stolen
it's
art.
all
Yeah, really.
stolen art.
It-
But I've only seen like the banner designs and stuff like that, and the banner
It-
design
okay,
stuff
it's
looks
it's
nothing
it's
like-
not it's not just the original Concoli art that they stole, like the official one. They also steal from the fake Chinese one. Where you We have like
Are we
Chinese
really?
ships and whatnot.
Are we really getting to the point where Chinese games are stealing from other Chinese games that are stealing from other games?
Yes,
It's
we gotta go
it's
deeper.
it's even in the West. It's like there's an English site.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, do I still have that link? Like,
It doesn't even matter what game it is. As soon as there's anything involved with China, it will instantly try and steal something. Fucking Warframe got localized in China, and the publisher for China at one point put in a release that the Warframes would team up with the Avengers. To which the Canadian
What?
branch, who is the main branch, started sweating and saying, "What the fuck are you talking about? We can't
Guys.
do this."
guys, can we just have a reminder about what
found it. There it is.
what is the most popular first-person shooter in China? Crossfire, which is a ripoff of Counter-Strike Source.
Just
You know what? At least, let me put it. At least China hasn't stolen DFO from me. They have their own Chinese version of it, and it's currently the
Dude,
most popular version.
Oh my god!
I can't wait for this game to be released and then immediately removed.
And they immediately removed.
Immediately gets completely blocked in every single fucking.
When are we gonna
Western
get a ripoff of Attack on Titan games?
Oh, there is an Attack on Titan Flash browser game. Like,
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna get
there's
like a
also-
Chinese game on that.
I mean, if you want a Chinese ripoff game, you can play the Chinese ripoff of League that just has like all the characters in it.
yeah, or the ripoff.
It's called like
of Dota.
1,000 Heroes or something, and it's like you got Attack on Titan, Naruto, fucking Wally, Shrek's in there.
Oh my god.
oh yeah, that one. That one looks legit.
Jesus. Well, another leaf in the Chinese ripoffs book, and we'll see how this works out with Funimation.
Near. Should I totally sign up for this awesome Concole alpha
Should
test?
you give your email address to a Chinese company that is ripping off another game? I don't think
They
so.
probably already have it, to be fair.
So leave the next day. It's like, sorry guys, we just sold all our email addresses to whatever. See you guys. Like money laundering case occurs, and we're all just like, what?
wait, hold on. What is this? Concole, the famous contact collection in Japan, is coming to the West. Go Games will publish the free-to-play browser-based game as Concole Online in English. We won't have to wait much. Wait, what? Are they seriously trying to pass this off as the original Concole? even with the
Of
Chinese
course.
stuff?
What do you think they're gonna say? Yeah, this is totally fucking fake. Please play this.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, we need to move on. We need to move on. Anyway,
But Nier, you can capture Hopo. She's in the ship list.
yeah, but then you have to give your email address to Chinese ripoff site.
Yeah.
Next piece of news. Walmart considers dedicated graphic novel section in stores. So this is actually really interesting. Even though Walmart has seen declining sales recently due to obvious competitors, Walmart is still a huge thing, like obviously to many people. So Trade Journal Publishers Weekly reported on Tuesday that retail chain Walmart is considering a dedicated graphic novel section in its stores and is currently in talks with distributor Diamond Book Distributors about the deal. The potential deal comes after our manga publisher Viz Media closed a deal with Walmart earlier this month to expand the number of titles it will sell through the retail chain. Walmart now sells Viz titles Tokyo Ghoul, Pokemon, One Punch Man, and Naruto spin-off novels. So this is going to be interesting. Where if it has a dedicated graphic novel thing, a lot more a lot more non-mainstream series, a lot like shonen series could come through. This thing come through Walmart and reach a huge, potentially untapped audience that does just kind of go to Walmart and doesn't necessarily. I mean, they know about like manga or anime and stuff like that, but doesn't necessarily have all the tools in the bag or know about them to kind of just access it and instead, sees them in Walmart, so on and so forth. So it might be interesting, I think.
I mean, we'll certainly never see anything from Aniplex in there then. Because Lord knows Walmart is not going to be able to drop those prices down.
Oh my god. It's like, why is Walmart selling
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Chinese cartoon shit? It's like, don't ask.
Now I can buy manga in my pajamas at Walmart.
Yes, you can shop for your fishing rods or whatever or your sports equipment right next to your weeaboo stuff
I can buy my discount cereal and my discount manga.
and your discount
The
manga
Fantastic.
American dream.
for only $120 instead of $160
My forefathers fought and died for this.
for the freedom to buy whatever Chinese cartoon I want.
Exactly.
All right, and the final piece of news before Nier maybe wants to do a little bit of rant is this is more game related, but Hironobu Sakaguchi, or Final Fantasy creator and founder of the game developer Mistwalker, uh, has shared two pieces of concept art for a new project at a class at OHS Oahu Library in Hawaii. So the project is over a year away from release, and art designer Kimihiko Fujisaka from Dragon Guard drew the pieces and plans to put them into 3D images. So this actually looks pretty cool. I don't know whether how good it'll look necessarily in 3D, but
They look very Bravely Default.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bravely Default, and then the monster kind of reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus kind of stuff going on. Plus maybe stuff like the traditional kind of Japanese imagery of like Okami or whatever.
The
The
second,
the article says Drakengard though.
yeah, the
but-
second picture set looks pretty Drakengard to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got sweet sword arm.
Yeah. The second image features a princess of evil with swords for hands, like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, that's pretty Drakengard.
Yeah.
It's gonna release next to the Edward Scissorhands fucking girl statue that's coming out. The shoujo.
Yeah.
The bi shoujo that's coming out for Edward
Oh.
Scissorhands.
God. So we'll look out for this project. It'll be interesting, but it is over a year away. So look out for that if you're an enthusiast, or if you've played Dragon Guard, or you know, if you've played anything stuff from Mistwalker, who did Blue Dragon Lost Odyssey, Last Story, Terror Battle, so on and so forth. Watch out for this. And with that, couple of people news before we go on to what Nier wants to say. Some of this is kind of bad news. Singer Phelan is going on an extended hiatus due to autoimmune disease, which is really unfortunate. Phelan has done theme songs for Kanon, Future Diary or Nirai Miki, Katanagatari, Mobile Suit Gundam Age, Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero, or Hagure Yushino Aesthetica, I think is Japanese. Kenden, Eight Dogs of the East, stuff like that. She's done a lot of very good songs. It's unfortunate that she is suffering due to an autoimmune disease. She is taking a hiatus, so please wish her the best of luck. Hopefully, a recovery. Next, voice actor Tatsuhisa Suzuki fractures an elbow during Uta Pri or Uta no Prince Sama stage event. He was doing an Utano Prince Sama and Maji Love Live, the Love Live Utano Prince Sama crossover due to the recent company collaboration. The Utano Prince Sama Maji Love Live 5th stage event in Saitama this weekend. Unfortunately, again, please wish him the quick recovery. The moral of the story is fake idols are bad for your health.
So are real idols.
Yeah, real idols are also pretty bad for your health. And the final piece of kind of bad news is this one is very, well, not unfortunate, but it is very saddening. Kawadamami, a very well-known singer, who did songs for Hayate, To Love Ru, Index, Shana, like numerous very famous series. She has announced at the Lisa Ani live concert on Sunday, or last Sunday, that she will hold her final live concert on May 21st. Not sure if she might do maybe. Oh, okay. Update. Kada confirmed that Sunday's concert that she will fully retire as a singer, so she's not doing any live concerts, CDs, stuff like that. So it's unfortunate. She's done a lot of big songs, but she's probably done enough. So, but it is very unfortunate. You know, she, as a big singer, I don't. She did have a very good voice, and I do hate to see her go like this. So hopefully, hopefully we don't see other like big name retirements like Kotoko or whatever. But yeah.